Something a little bit different this morning. This is a standard silencer, so that'll be easy to recognise, no band on it. The WEIHRAUCH silencer here with one band. That's from test 2, that is. What I've done with that is replace the standard washers and put a cone in there. The hole is smaller as well, and I've just replaced it so there's a cone in that position and a cone in that position. Simple modification, and again I will try 3 shots through that just as a comparison. But this silencer though, with 2 bands on, I've done something just a little bit different. Each long spacer I cut into 2. So now we've got 2 compartments there where there was 1. The original short compartment, and again the long compartment that was there, cut into 2. So now I have a baffle plate there, a baffle plate in the original position, a baffle plate in the original position, and an extra baffle plate there with that cut in half. Now what I've done with the silencer with 2 bands on, I've left the original washers inside, so the 2 original washers that was placed there and there, I've removed this one and put it forward into the new extra chambers. So we've got 2 washers there and there, and then I'll put one of my own washers in with a smaller hole in the original position in the middle there, and the new position there. So there's 5 chambers, 4 baffle plates, and see how that gets on. Comparing that with the original silencer and the silencer from part 2 that had 2 cones put in instead of the original baffles. Then what I'm going to do is, recognised by the 3rd band here, I'm going to try it again, 3 shots, still with the 2 original baffles in the front compartment by the muzzle end. So you've got the 2 washers there, and then replace my washers that I've made with a smaller hole. I'll replace them with these cones, and there'll be 2 cones there and there. So again, same silencers, 5 compartments, 2 extra baffle plates, but this time at the end there's 2 cones. We'll just see how they get on. Could be quite interesting. Sometimes when we're trying to make progress we go backwards. I'm certainly happy enough with the standard WEIHRAUCH silencer. I'm very pleased with myself, trial and error. I've improved it slightly. I'm quite happy with my improvement. But this silencer, with further modification, it totally surprised me. To me, I tried it with the 2 washers in, the extra 2 washers placed there and there, with the long baffle cut in half, the long baffle there, the spacer plate cut in half. So I've gained an extra 2 baffle plates. I thought there would be some sort of improvement. At the very least I thought it would be the same. To me it sounded louder, and to me it sounded a much higher pitch. Obviously a field test might show a different result, but the consistency with point of impact seemed about equal between the cut spacers, the standard spacers with the washers or the cones, and the standard silencer. The point of impact didn't seem to vary. Obviously that will be needs checking a little bit later on when I find something that I want to stay with. But this high pitched noise that I received in my ears from this and the ones with the cones in, I'm totally surprised about. Just goes to show that sometimes manufacturers do know what they're doing. Comparing it with this one here, the standard silencer, I'd much prefer the standard silencer. It was a softer tone, a lower tone, more pleasing to the ear, something that I wouldn't take much notice of. This one sounded more like a sharp crack and a warning signal very easily that something isn't quite right with the noise you hear. So I don't know what to think about that one. I'll probably experiment just a little bit more, but I think that idea is totally useless now. A little bit more experimenting. If I do find a way of improving on it, I should carry on. Otherwise, I'll go back to the original design of 2 long compartments and 1 short compartment. That seems to be the best idea at the moment.